Carter Center in its effort to tackle the disease. Vice President Waniiga challenges ambassadors to improve South Sudan's image abroad. Egypt promises to assist the country establish a skilled labor force. Good evening and thank you for joining us on Sstv News, and my name is Oyet Patrick. We do apologize for coming a little bit late, but now let's have a look at the news in details. President Salva Kiir Mayardit today met the governor of Warrap State, Nyandeng Malek, and the caretaker governor of Unity State, Dr. Joseph Monchwil, on the general situation in their respective states. The governor of Warrap used the occasion to inform the president on the ongoing floods which have wreaked havoc across the state, among other pressing issues.
Mayadi today held talks with the governor of Warrap State, Nyandeng Malek, and the caretaker governor of Unity State, Dr. Joseph Monchwil, on the general situation in their respective states. The governor of Warrap State used the meeting to brief the head of the state on the ongoing flash floods which have wreaked havoc across the state, among other pressing issues.
Concern of flooding which damaged a lot of crops and the roads, and including also the home estates. So this is a serious situation back in the state. I also briefed him on the security, that our security is calm, we are okay. I have also briefed him in health issues, that this season we have many cases of malaria, and which I already contacted the minister concerned.
Dr. Joseph Monchwil informed the president on the security situation in his state and poor road infrastructure which has cut off the state from its neighbors, something he termed a big blow to economic development of the state. The caretaker governor also informed the president on the efforts his administration is putting in place to deliver basic services to the people of Unity State.
To the grassroots because SPLM has suffered a lot in the state due to differences that were there between the leadership, and we also discuss issues related to the delivery of basic services.
Meanwhile, President Kiir has commended the Carter Center for its tireless efforts in eradicating guinea worm in the country. President Kiir made the remarks in the State House during a meeting with a delegation from Carter Center led by the Director of Guinea Worm Eradication Program, Ernest Ruiz Tiben.
Northern Isle in Capoeira, where we're going to be this evening and tomorrow. We paid a courtesy visit to your president. Program is very close to finishing the job. There were only 521 cases a year ago, and this year, up to now, they're...
President Kiir reiterated commitment of his government in collaborating with the center to fully achieve its goal by putting an end to guinea worm disease in the country. Tiben said the center appreciates government support in its activities and that they have projected that by 2014 they will have eradicated the spread of the disease. Reporting for Sstv News in Juba, I'm Rejoice Samson.
The Vice President James Waniiga today received a number of delegations that paid him homage in his office. The delegation included the female national ministers and deputies led by the Minister of Telecommunication and Postal Services, Rebecca Joshua, and a group from the auditing firm Deloitte, USAID, among others.
Continues to receive heaps of praises from groups and individuals of his new portfolio. Today, the Vice President received a number of delegations that paid him homage in his office, which included the female national ministers and deputies led by the Minister of Telecommunication and Postal Services, Rebecca Joshua Okwachi, and a group from the auditing firm Deloitte and USAID, among others.
Meet His Excellency the Vice President, Comrade Waniga, to congratulate him on the new position, his post as the Vice President of the Republic of South Sudan. We are happy that he is there, and we have explained to him some of the very important issues that he wanted to articulate as he talked about the new phase of our government. We congratulated him for the position.
His office a congratulatory messages from the Presidential Advisor on Religious Affairs, Mark Lode, and from the Deputy Governor of Bank of South Sudan, Jamal Wani, who wishes him wisdom and good health in his new endeavor.
Yes, and the message was concerning about congratulating the Vice President of the Republic of South Sudan, and also giving thanks to His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, the President of the Republic of South Sudan, for his noble action of appointing His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of South Sudan as a new Vice President. So I just came to congratulate him.
The Vice President also met 4 South Sudanese ambassadors who congratulated him on his new appointment and shared with him their mission in foreign assignments to market the country and enhance the interests of South Sudan globally. James Arusatanga, Sstv News in Juba.
A group of youth from South Sudan Democratic Forum Party today paid tribute to Dr. Martin Elia Lomoro for his appointment as the cabinet or the Minister of Cabinet Affairs in the national government. The delegation hailed the President of the Republic for the bold decision he has taken to appoint an all-inclusive cabinet, urging their colleagues across the country to rally behind the President to achieve the vision and basic service delivery to the people of South Sudan.
This is what they laid them, and people here need some money.
The President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, is pledging to deepen economic ties with South Sudan in a bid to enhance development in the two countries. Uhuru said it is the mandate and commitment of his government to encourage greater collaboration with regional partners, especially South Sudan, as the region ages to a federation. The Kenyan president made the remarks while commissioning berth number 19 at the Kenyan coastal city of Mombasa. Yeah, it looks like we are getting difficulties in getting some of our footage. We do apologize for that. Let's have a look at other stories making headlines within South Sudan today. The government of the Republic of Egypt says it is committed to assist the country in building the capacity of staff in the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. The remarks were made by the Egyptian ambassador to the country, Ayman Al-Gamal, during a meeting with the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Michael Makwei-Lueth. The two also discussed ways to strengthen bilateral relations between Juba and Cairo and the possibility of establishing an Egyptian press office in Juba. We do have a problem with the footage. We are still unable to get you the footage of that very story. And the National Minister of Finance, Commerce, Investment and Economic Planning, Agri Tisa Sabuni, today held talks with the Ambassador of Denmark to South Sudan, Stephen Skolman. The meeting focused on the current economic situation in the country and how the country can benefit from donor support. And that has also brought us to the end of today's bulletin for this English news. We do apologize we are unable to bring you some of the footage, and you will get them in tomorrow's bulletin. Thank you so much for choosing and staying with SSTV.
SSTV, truly African.
Sweetie mami, binia wao ya banat wao. Jamal takumajib majar kalame, binia wao de wao narie. Sweetie mami, bila flokana daru alang koltai makelo. Fisika aneligo binia, binia oyunto aselia. Kalamto bipatania, ilu futu shatamatania nasadu dia. Kalihia junubi aslia. Banatwa Ifriqiya Binia wao bambata wao Jamal takajif madar kalamye Binia wao de wao narye Sweetie mami Binia wao ya banatwa Jamal takumajif madar kalamye Binia wao de wao narye Sweetie mami Asma yombes Keden tainu wao Ya sabi yombes Yara lewa banat wow kulu banat del jamila jamila banat wow na ilo za sukar mukabat lo futna sawa medan Isaac na labnu kare itabainu balandawi ireshawi angolawi itabainu banat jurshon indokawi ajawi itabainu denkawi wow bambata wow Jamal takajif madar kalamye binia wow de wow narye Sweetie mami binia wow ya banat wow Jamal takumajif madar kalamye binia wow de wow narye Sweetie mami binia wow bambata wow Kera taino binia tawa binia wow ya wow narye Kera tahibu binia tawa binia wow ya banat wow
SSTV, truly African.